The shocking decision made by Jimin has just shaken public attention and left a big question mark among fans. How could a BTS member known for being calm, calculated, and cautious suddenly make such a surprising move? More than that, Jungkook, his longtime group mate who has always been very close to him, seemed unable to believe what had just happened. What exactly is the decision in question, and why has it sparked such a dramatic reaction? This fact emerged not only as a mere entertainment issue, but as a social phenomenon worthy of analysis. Jimin, as one of South Korea's most prominent pop culture icons, is no stranger to public attention. His every move is often under the spotlight, yet this time, the decision he made was truly unexpected. Internal sources revealed that the decision was born from a long and thorough process of consideration, yet the way it was delivered still created a huge shock. On several occasions, Jimin had spoken about the importance of consistency, dedication, and loyalty to fans. However, this latest decision appears different from the pattern he usually showed. This is precisely what makes the situation more dramatic. The decision defied public expectations, went beyond analysts' predictions, and ultimately shook the trust of many, including Jungkook himself. Jungkook's recorded reaction showed a mixture of shock, disbelief, and confusion. The public then wondered, what is the real reason behind Jimin taking this step? Is it related to career strategy, personal needs, or rather an emotional decision that emerged suddenly? Until now, there has been no official statement fully explaining the background of the decision, and this is what makes the room for speculation increasingly wide. Several pop culture analysts stated that Jimin's move could be an important turning point in the direction of BTS's career as well as his own as an individual. From the fans' perspective, the reactions that emerged were multi-layered. Some fully supported him, calling Jimin's decision proof of his courage in determining the direction of his own life. However, quite a few also felt confused and worried, especially after seeing Jungkook's expression, which was so difficult to hide from his shock. The fact that even the closest member did not expect this further reinforced the impression that Jimin's decision was truly beyond prediction. Psychologically, this phenomenon shows how strong the emotional bond that is built between artists and fans can be. Jimin's decision is not only seen as a personal step, but also as an event with collective impact. Fans feel as if they were involved in the process, experiencing the same shock as Jungkook. This makes the news not just celebrity information, but a social narrative full of dramatization. In addition, observers assessed that this moment highlights the difference in character among BTS members. Jimin appears as a figure brave enough to go against the flow, while Jungkook represents the voice of honesty and disbelief from the closest perspective. This contrast makes the news even more interesting. There is tension between a shocking decision and the genuine disbelief that emerges as a response. It is undeniable that the media also played a major role in amplifying this dramatization. Every quote, facial expression, and even the smallest details of the event were dissected and highlighted. Headlines emphasized the word shocking to describe how great the emotional impact was felt by the public. Even in the digital space, the topic trended within minutes, proving that Jimin's decision resonated far beyond himself as an individual. As of the writing of this article, the biggest question still lingers. What is the next step? Will Jimin's decision open a new chapter in his career journey, or will it trigger unforeseen consequences for BTS as a whole? Meanwhile, Jungkook's expression of disbelief seems to mirror millions of fans worldwide. They, just like Jungkook, are still trying to understand what is actually happening. One thing is certain, this shocking news underlines one fact. Jimin is not just an artist, but also a symbol of the larger dynamics connecting individuals, groups, and the global public. His decision, no matter how shocking, successfully created waves of emotion, debate, and analysis that will not fade anytime soon. Jungkook may not believe what happened, but it is precisely that disbelief which makes this story so dramatic and endlessly intriguing. Jimin's shocking decision did not stop as a fleeting hot topic, but developed into a serious subject of discussion among pop culture academics and entertainment industry analysts. They consider the move a reflection of a broader phenomenon, a major artist renegotiating the relationship between personal identity and public expectations. In the context of the globalization of Korean culture, what Jimin did was not just a shock, but an action with resonance across national borders. Jungkook's reaction remains the main spotlight. Not without reason, because all this time he has been known as the one who understands Jimin's rhythm, choices, and even habits best. The disbelief he showed was considered authentic, not just an expression intentionally displayed in public. This is what makes the news feel so powerful. There is a dimension of honesty rarely seen behind the professional image of BTS members. Jungkook, with all his shock, seems to represent millions of fans still searching for answers. On social media platforms, fan interactions developed rapidly. Some made lengthy analyses by compiling small chronologies from various performances, interviews, to old video clips considered as signs. Others took a neutral stance, waiting for more official statements. But on the other hand, some fans expressed disappointment, feeling Jimin's decision was too sudden and gave them no emotional preparation. This debate illustrates an interesting phenomenon: how popular artists are not only seen as individuals with full rights over their choices, but also as collective figures representing fans' aspirations. Jimin's decision, even though entirely personal, seems to be owned collectively by the public. This is why the news feels so shocking, because it involves not just one person, but a global network of emotions. Amid the uproar, some observers suggested that Jimin's move might be part of a larger communication strategy. The Korean entertainment industry is known for its narrative precision, so it is not impossible that this shocking decision will be followed by a more directed move. However, the absence of an official statement has kept speculation wide open. Meanwhile, Jungkook himself is still under the spotlight. His disbelief was interpreted in various ways. Some believe he was truly shocked, while others saw it as spontaneity, reflecting his emotional closeness to Jimin. Either way, the moment has now become the central symbol of the news, making Jungkook's reaction an inseparable part of the ongoing story. A major question still hangs over the public. Is this a temporary or permanent decision? Will it affect BTS's dynamics as a group or open new space for individual exploration? There is no definite answer for now, but it is precisely this uncertainty that keeps the topic rolling. This shocking news, with all its layers of dramatization, shows how powerful the appeal of public figures is in shaping global conversations. Jimin's shocking decision has sparked waves of discussion, while Jungkook's disbelief has provided the emotional touch that makes the narrative more alive.